Good morning, irrigation farmer back here today. It's a little cloudy today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and tonight, hopefully. So I decided to go ahead and try to plant some oats. That way they get the moisture and hopefully come up. So I'm in the planter, or seeder, we're gonna call it. And I've got to do a little bit of settings on it. I got it all loaded and everything, but just got to level out the toolbar and then get my rate and stuff set, and then we'll start going. So hopefully plant's pretty good. I'm going to corn stalk. This is not a no-till drill, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but I think we should be all right, so we'll find out. All right, so what I need to do to adjust, see, this is level, and I want to make sure this bar is, as it shows, level. So I need to move the hitch, and it kind of pushes everything back. On this tractor, what it is, you just manually have to do it. You just pull it down, and sometimes it won't go because it's got pressure on it, so you kind of have to pull it up and play with it a little bit. But you just pull this down, and it'll push this back, making it where I want it. All right, got everything adjusted. Got my GPS set. Gonna go look at the depth one more time. Looked good, but always want to double check it a few times to make sure everything's all right. So yeah, we'll just get that going and then hit the ground running hard. So try to get quite a bit of acres planted before the storm comes in. And hopefully it does actually come in. We'll find out though. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm just checking the depth. And what I do is I'll find the seed, just kind of see where the soil level's at. So we want this about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And that's about right where we are. So, looking good. Not doing a bad job. It's going through the trash pretty well. It's gonna hairpin some. Hairpinning is basically just it takes some trash and it buries it into the furrow. It's not most ideal because you want good seed to soil contact, not seed to residue. Sorry, it's windy here. But as I said, it's not a no-till drill, so it's kind of what I have. Working on building one with my interseeder. I'm going to have it where it can do both interseeding and drilling. So hopefully next year that'll be available. But for now, this is going to work. So as you can tell out there, you can see last year's corn stubble. So what I'm trying to do is just, as I said, regenerative agriculture, and one of the big things is no-till. So I don't want to work the soil at all. I'm just going to plant directly into it. And as you can see, there's pretty minimal disturbance going on behind me. The issue that I'm going to run into is this drill is not a no-till drill like I was saying earlier. And so my stand population, or my population and stand, is not going to be quite as good as what it should be, but that's all right. It's just oats. Just trying to get things going with the regenerative ag, and so this is kind of a big step. I'm rotating the fields out, corn to something different, and trying to just keep disturbance of the soil as minimal as I can. What that's going to help is increase my organic matter over time, and then also, anytime you till, you turn that soil over and you're going to release or basically bake that soil from the sun and release or lose a lot of moisture. So the least amount of tillage I can do, the more moisture I'm going to be able to retain. That's huge in our area. I mean, it's huge everywhere, but especially out here because we are such a minimal, minimal moisture area, semi-arid environment. We get about 12 to 16 inches of rain a year. Supposed to. Last few years we haven't, but that's okay. So we do have irrigation, so that helps out a lot, but like a year like this, because the mountains don't have a lot of water, we're not going to have much irrigation. So I really have to save all the moisture I can in the soil profile. And again, if I start tilling things up and turn that soil, it's just going to allow all that soil underneath to dry out. We have a decent soil profile. We had a decent amount of snow, not great, but decent out here. And so I want to try to conserve as much as I can and hope that from this rain coming, fingers crossed again, that it will get everything to emerge, and then once the roots start going down, they'll hit that deeper soil profile that's already there from the snowfall. One can hope. We'll find out. Well, it decided to start to spit, so I guess let's see how this works. Hey, now I can see better. Better. So what I'm planting today is oats. So what we use oats for is for forage crop for cattle. So guys really like it as a starter crop, or a starter for young calves. Seems like they just do really well on it. And it's a good rotation crop for us. Oats are pretty short, so you'll plant them now. It's about middle of March, and towards the end of May, beginning of June, we'll cut them and then bale them up and everything, and then we'll go ahead and plant feed back in there about July time frame, and then another few months you'll cut the feed. So because they're so short, you are allowed to get 2 crops out of it. Works out pretty good as long as we have some irrigation to plant 2 crops. And we'll see. Hopefully we do. If not, oh well. Just the way it rolls. Maybe it'll rain enough to clean off the drill. Since it sits in the barn all year, the birds decide to poop on it all the time. Probably should rinse it off, but that didn't happen. Slowly getting darker and cloudier. Looks like maybe the storm's coming through. Hopefully. Well, the rain still hasn't showed up yet, so I decided to keep going. I've got, I don't know, another 200 pounds of seed. I'm not really sure. And right now I'm just trying to plant some dry land here. That way, if it does rain, hopefully I can get this stuff up just for cover. Well, I'm done for the night. Kind of started getting a little too wet. Now it's pretty much done anyways, so I just called it out anyways. So made it back. I actually got a police escort. I've never had that happen before in equipment, but on that farm went to go down a state highway, and I guess he figured at night it'd be probably a little better to have him follow me. So first I thought he was gonna pull me over, so I was a little worried. So I stopped completely, and he just stayed there. So I was like, okay, I guess he's just gonna follow me through. So I guess it was kind of nice. Thumbs up to the sheriff out here. Thanks, guys. But yeah, so that's basically that for planting. It's supposed to rain. Fingers crossed it's gonna rain. That should get all that stuff up. So I planted about 60 acres. And then I'm gonna do some more planting after the rain once it dries up enough to plant into the moisture. So thanks for following, guys. I'm trying to think let's see, down the road we got strip tilling coming up here, and water's turn on next week. I don't know if the water's going to be here next week. We still have to burn some ditches when we get all that done, but we might have a lot of tumbleweeds. I don't know, we'll see. So it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be fun. I'll keep you updated, do some more videos, all the jazz. But thanks for watching, appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, tell your friends, family. Thanks, guys. See ya.